Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud on their beds. Let the high praise of God be on the mouths of the saints and a two-edged sword in their hands to execute vengeance on the demonic nations and punishments on those peoples, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute on them this written judgment. This honor have all his saints. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Sing to him a new song. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
Barakah Yahweh, Barakah Yahweh Shai, Barakah Yahweh, Barakah Yahweh Shai, Barakah Yahweh, Barakah Yahweh Shai, Call Laim Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Recall, Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, which are a great millstone. Peace and blessing to the sincere Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity, and diligently putting the videos up throughout the week to feed the sheep. This McQuah from the Trumpet and VA camp, and I'm gonna get right into it. So, right here, I'm basically gonna do my part 2 versus on Pride versus the House of Pride versus the House of the Humble, which is the House of Humble being the House of David and the House of Pride being the House of Saul. And I'm gonna start right here. And 1 Samuel 13:8, and he tarried 7 days according to the set time that Samuel had appointed, but Samuel came not to Gilgal, and the people were scattered from him. So you have Saul ready to go to war, okay, and he was supposed to wait 7 days. He's supposed to wait 7 days for Samuel to come, so they could lift up an offering and basically bless them in battle, so everything would be on the up and up. So Yahweh Shemi Shai will be with him. So it says, and Saul said, bring hither a burnt offering to me and peace offerings, and he offered the burnt offering. So he waited the 7 days, but Samuel didn't come, so he decided, fuck it, I'm just going to do the offering myself, and I'm going to do the offering myself, and then we'll go to battle. Which he fucked up, because Yahweh Shemi Shai wanted specifically Saul to wait for Samuel to come. Okay, but he lost patience and he decided to go. But which one of the big things Saul struggled with, to understanding that obedience is better than sacrifice. Okay, obedience is better than sacrifice. And that's one of the, as a fact, that's one of the biggest things that brothers need to learn in general, that obedience is better than, it tops everything. Okay, the number one thing in this truth is obedience to Yahweh Shemi Shai and the orders and the powers that he got set up. It says, and it came to pass that as soon as he had made an end of the offering, the burnt offering, behold, Samuel came, and Saul went out to meet him, that he might salute him. And Samuel said, what hast thou done? And Saul said, because I saw the people were scattered from me, and that thou camest not within the days appointed, and that the Philistines gathered themselves together at Michmash. Therefore said I, the Philistines will come down now upon me to Gilgal, and I have not made supplication unto Yahweh Shemi Shai. I forced myself therefore and offered a burnt offering. And Samuel said to Saul, thou hast done foolishly. Thou hast not kept the commandment of Yahweh Shemi Shai, thy power, which he commanded thee. For now would Yahweh have established thy kingdom upon Israel forever. But now thy kingdom shall not continue. Yahweh have sought him a man after his own heart, and Yahweh have commanded him to be captain over his people, because thou hast kept that which Yahweh commanded thee. So Yahweh Shemi Shai, he expects us to do exactly what he say to the T. Okay, and just like if you have impatience with Yahweh Shemi Shai, you're gonna basically, what's the word I want to use? You're going to sabotage your crown. You're going to sabotage being of the elect, not having patience, because this thing is all about patience. And on top of that, we're always being tested. Okay, we're always constantly being tested. You never know what's a test. Okay, you never know what's a test and what's not a test. So you got to always be on your A game. Let me go over here. First Samuel 18:6. And it came to pass as they came when David was returned from slaughter of the Philistines, that the women came out of all cities of Israel, singing and dancing to meet King Saul with tabrets, with joy, and with instruments of music. And the women answered one another as they played, and said, Saul have slain his thousands, and David his 10,000s. And Saul was very wroth, and the saying displeased him. And he said, They have ascribed unto David 10,000, and to me they have ascribed but thousands. And what can he have more but the kingdom? So this is basically a spirit creeping up on Saul right now, and he's thinking like, damn, people are already starting to see he's killing more than I am. Okay, he's more mightier in battle than me. The Lord is people are probably thinking the Lord is dealing with him more than he's dealing with me. And so he says, damn, the only thing he got left to take at this point is my kingdom. It says, and Saul eyed David from that day and forward. And it came to pass, and it came to pass on the morrow, that the evil spirit from Yahweh came upon Saul. So what had happened was, an evil spirit came up on Saul. Why? Because, matter of fact, let me get it. This is James 3:16. Hate when it does that. James 3:16. For where envy and strife is, there is confusion and every evil work. So where you have envy and strife, it creates confusion, and in that confusion come every evil way. Okay, because this literally happens. It could be it could be have an evil thought on you. Okay, you might have envy on you. You might have strife on you, and then through those are just like little footholds that go into a door, which ultimately brings in bigger demons. Because you probably think you just got this little evil eye towards your brother and it's going to stay there. No, it's going to manifest into stronger demons: murder, hate, which is murder, jealousy, and it's just going to, the demons are just going to mount up, all because of a little envy or a little jealousy, right? These little things, when you have wickedness on you, it just opens up the door to even more wickedness. It's gateways. It's like they just have gateway drugs. Well, these are gateway demons. Okay, one little one can just grow and sprout out of control. Okay, that's why we gotta filter our emotions and what we do through the scriptures. Because when you start harboring emotions and not leaning on scripts, that's when you basically put yourself in a position where you're fighting demons by yourself. You're no longer dealing with the scripts. So you don't have any help from Yahweh Shem Yahshua. You decide to take it into your own hands. And there's not a man on the planet who can defeat demons alone. Okay? It's not going to happen. Even Yahweh Shah himself didn't defeat demons alone. Okay? He had Yahweh in his corner. And the angels. Let's go over here. Ecclesiasticus 3. And 24, it says, "For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion have overthrown their judgment." So it says, many are deceived by their own vain opinion. Like, damn, I got that opinion could be, I think he wants to steal my girl, or I think he wants to steal my kingdom, or I think he want to try to outshine me, or uh, I think he's trying to rule over me, or just any evil thought. Okay, that overthrows your judgment, because now you get away from doing things in the scriptures, and now you start doing things outside the scripts. Now you start doing things dealing with emotions, and like I said before, once you step out of dealing with the scripts, you're dealing with emotions, and that's Satan's ball game. Now Satan get to do whatever he want to you because you gave up the spirit. You decided you're going to come away from the scripts and you want to deal with emotions. Whenever you do that, you're letting Yahweh Shem Yahshua know that you want to fight your own battles. Because if you want him to fight your battles, you would lean on scripts. But since you don't want to lean on the scriptures, you're going to lean on yourself. And that's Satan over there. And he's waiting for you to do that. Okay? He's sitting over there waiting for people to play on their emotions. That's his shit right there. He loves it. He loves it. Let's go over here. Matter of fact. First Samuel 18:6. So let's go to 10. It says, "And it came to pass on the morrow that the evil spirit from Yahweh Shem Yahshua came upon Saul, and he prophesied in the midst of the house, and David played with his hand as at the other times, and there was a javelin in Saul's hand." Because when you look at when David was first mentioned, I got into that in part 1. When he was first mentioned, he came the first time he met King Saul. He played a song for him, and the bad spirits came off of King Saul. Okay, but this time David played, and that didn't work. As you can see right here, it says there was it was a javelin in Saul's hand, and Saul cast the javelin, for he said, "I will smite David even to the wall with it." Damn. And David avoided out of his presence twice. And Saul was afraid of David because Yahweh was with him and was departed from Saul. Therefore Saul removed from him and made him his captain over a thousand. And he went out and came before the people, and David behaved himself wisely in all his ways, and Yahweh was with him. Wherefore, when Saul saw that he behaved himself very wisely, he was afraid of him. So you have King Saul, and see, this is like I was just going into. Okay, David knew that Saul was what, and he was anointed by Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Okay, so he said, no matter what David does, I'm gonna stay in my lane. No matter what King Saul does, this is what David's thinking. I'm gonna stay in my lane. I'm gonna continue to be brotherly. I'm gonna continue to be meek and humble. Okay, because that's how we gotta do it in the truth. We gotta continue to be meek and humble, and let Yahweh Shem Yahshua fight the battles. Okay, that's why Yahweh Shah was talking about turn the other cheek. Okay, if they tell you to go an inch or a mile, you go 2. Okay, if they try to take your coat, give it to them. Right? This is going into letting shit slide and letting Yahweh Shem Yahshua deal with it. Because because the scriptures say he's not going to acquit the wicked. So if you have faith in that, you're not going to have to take things into your own hands. If somebody's being wicked, you know Yahweh Shem Yahshua is going to deal with it. It says, "But all Israel and Judah loved David because he went out and came in before them. And Saul said to David, Behold, my elder daughter." But this is going into something else. Let's go over here. First Samuel. Matter of fact, yeah. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm gonna go here. First Peter 3:9, not rendering evil for evil or railing for railing, but contrariwise blessing, knowing that ye are there unto call that ye should inherit a blessing. So when you don't render evil for evil, okay, when you don't try to be petty and spiteful, despite the fact that people are trying to come up against you, whether it's brothers or whatever, when you let Yahweh Shimi Shah deal with it, that's how you get. That's when you're going to get your reward. Okay, like scriptures say, He's not going to quit the wicked. All we gotta do is endure and let Yahweh Shimi Shah do His thing, give place unto wrath. Okay, because Yahweh Shimi Shah is not going to quit evil. So if they're doing evil, you can send up some prayers that they get better, right? If not, we know what's going to happen. Yahweh Shimi Shah is going to step in and He's going to do what He do. And we already know how He get down. He don't come to play marbles. This is Romans 12:17. It says, recompense to no man evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all men. If it be possible, as much as life in you, live peaceably with all men. So if it's possible, we're gonna live peace with all men. We're not gonna try to pay men back evil for evil. Okay, Yahweh Shimi Shah says it's a righteous thing that Yahweh Shimi Shah recompense evil unto them that trouble you. Because like He just said, He's gonna take care of it. Okay, and if you the just are going to live by faith. So the just are going to take the back seat, take that L, because they know Yahweh Shimi Shah. He's gonna step in. Okay. He's going to step in. He's going to do what He got to do. He's definitely going to do what He got to do. Ain't no mistakes about that. All right, let's go back over here. 1 Samuel 24. It's going to be long. 24:1. It says, and it came to pass when Saul was returned from following the Philistines, that it was told him, saying, behold, David. So we fast forward into the story, and now David has left his home in Israel, and basically he's somewhat on a run. He's left because King Saul is just trying to kill him in all kinds of ways. So he just finally leaves. It says David is in the wilderness of En-Gedi. So Saul got word that David was in the wilderness. It says, then Saul took 3,000 chosen men out of all Israel, and went to seek David and his men upon the rocks of the wild goats. And he came to the sheepcotes by the way where was a cave, and Saul went in to cover his feet, and David and his men remained in the sides of the cave. So they waiting for him. It says, and the men of David said unto him, behold, the day of which Yahweh said unto thee, behold, I will deliver thine enemy into thy hand, that thou mayest do to him as it all seemed good unto thee. Then David arose and cut off the skirt of Saul's robe privately. So they basically were in a position to get the jump on Saul. Okay. And the men were like, yes, bro, the day we've been waiting for, where Yahweh Shemi Shah said they're going to deliver the enemies into your hands, the day is here. So David, he didn't kill him. What he decided to do was just cut a piece of his robe off. It says, and he said, but he did it without him noticing. And he said unto his men, Yahweh forbid that I should do this thing unto my master. Yahweh was anointed to stretch forth mine hand against him, seeing he is the anointed of Yahweh. So David stayed his servants with these words. So David told his men, like, listen, he's the anointed of Yahweh by Shemi Al-Shai. And those words right there ring bells. If you really believe in Yahweh by Shemi Al-Shai, those words ring bell. His men had faith. So they was like, all right, he right about that. He's right about that. Because his men obviously loved him, David. David's men, his men obviously loved him and cared for him. They were in battles together. They earned each other's trust. They loved each other, right? And you see King Saul trying to kill him for no reason. So his men were like, they were pissed. Okay, they was like, yo, man, Yahweh deliver him into our hands. Let's cut him down. Okay, this is the moment we've been waiting for. But David said, nah, man, this is Yahweh's anointed. And like I said, if you believe in Yahweh Shemi Shai, that should ring bells. So they say, you know what? You're right. We going chill on it. It says, David also arose afterwards and went out of the cave and cried after Saul. Slaki, I'm gonna start back about skip something. It says, so he stayed the men with those words and suffered them not to rise against Saul. But Saul rose up out of the cave and went on his way. David arose afterwards and went out of the cave and cried after Saul, saying, My Lord, the king. And when Saul looked behind him, David stooped his face down to the earth and bowed himself. And David said to Saul, Wherefore hearest thou men's words, saying, Behold, David seeketh thy hurt. Behold, this day thine eyes have seen how that Yahweh had delivered thee today into mine hand in a cave, and some bade me to kill thee, but mine eyes spared thee. So David told him, like, listen, he's at this point, he's bowed down, his face towards the ground. And Saul's basically like, is this the man that there was people say that was coming after me? And David basically was telling him, like, listen, you was Yahweh Shemi Ashad delivered you into my hands. I could have took you out, but I didn't. It says, and I said I will not put forth. He said, and then he said on top of that, men even told me to kill you. Men even told me to kill you. And he says, I will not put forth my hand against my Lord, for he is Yahweh's anointed. So he tell him, listen, you're my Lord, you're the anointed. I'm not going to come up against you. It says, moreover, my father, see the skirt of thy robe. So David's calling him father. He's like, look, father, look at your robe. It says, in my hand, for that I cut it off, the skirt of thy robe, and kill thee not. Know thou and see that there is neither evil nor transgression in my hand, and I have not sinned against thee, yet thou huntest my soul to take it. So David is telling him, like, listen, man, I cut the robe off. You ain't even know it. I could have killed you. But there's no evil in my heart towards you. But yet you're still trying to kill me? It says, Yahweh judge between me and thee, and Yahweh avenge me of thee, but mine hand shall not be upon thee. So David's telling me, listen, Yahweh Shemi Ashai judged our matter and decided you was the wrong one, and he was going to let me basically kill you. But I decided, nah, I'm going to have mercy on you. As if the proverb of the ancient, wickedness proceedeth from the wicked, but my hand shall not be upon thee. After whom is the king of Israel come out? After whom didst thou pursue? After a dead dog, after a flea. It says, and Yahweh therefore be judge and judge between me and thee, and see, and plead my cause, and deliver me out of thine hand. And it came to pass when David had made an end of speaking these words. So basically David's telling him, he's basically telling him, listen, I could have killed you. You was delivered into my hands. And on top of that, and then he says, so after those words, he stopped speaking. It says that Saul said, is this the voice, my son, David? And Saul lifted up his voice and wept. So basically Saul was starting to feel remorseful, like, damn, I'm coming up against this guy for nothing. It says, and he said to David, thou art more righteous than I, for thou hast rewarded me good, whereas I have awarded thee evil. So Saul said, I'm being evil towards you, and you gave me good. You spared my life. So he said, this is going to be his reward. It says, and when thou hast showed this day how that thou hast dealt with me, for as much as when Yahweh has delivered me into thine hand, thou killedest me not. For if a man find his enemy, will he let him go well away? Wherefore Yahweh reward thee good for that thou hast done unto me this day. And now behold, I know well that thou shalt surely be king, and that the kingdom of Israel shall be established in thine hand. So, and this is like a great humble thing to do, okay? To have your enemy delivered unto you, and out of respect to Yahweh Shemi Al-Shah, you don't take vengeance, okay? You have trust in Yahweh Shemi Al-Shah, faith in Yahweh Shemi Al-Shah. You leave everything in the hands of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shah. This is the part of the recipe of being of the elect, being of the house of David. Okay, leaving everything into the hands of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shah. Okay, and even Saul knew like, damn, he's gonna be the king. He's gonna rule everything. Okay, he's better than me. He knew it. He knew it was going to happen. Okay, he knew it was going to happen. And the end of the story is Saul ended up getting his head cut off and his whole line killed. Okay, because he came up, his disobedience coming up against Yahweh Shem Shai, being wicked against other men. Okay, and that's ultimately what the 2/3 are going to do, especially the ones in the truth. They're going to disrespect Yahweh Shem Shai, and they're going to come up against his men, the prophets, their brothers. Okay, even though the brothers are anointed. If there's a brother in the truth and you got a problem with him or he does something wrong, it's not up for us to take it into our own hands, because we are anointed. So the only person who can dethrone the anointed is Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, if you're wise, this is what you're going to do. If you're wise, okay. Matter of fact, so Romans 14:4, it says, "Who are thou to judge another man's servant? To his own master he standeth or falleth. He shall be holding up for Yahweh Shem Shai is able to make him stand." So, in other words, Yahweh Shem Shai, he controls who stands or falls. It's not up for us. Okay, look at the life of Saul of Tarsus. He looked like he was going to be destroyed, but what? Yahweh Shem Shai lifted him up, gave him another chance, and he was anointed. He was a holy vessel. Okay, but with that, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yashai, Bashim Rekal Kadash, Adawan Ratazatam, Tamaim, Akim Wa Akwafim, Yakal, Shalom.